I'm Maya.
And I'm Karen.
And we're Sustainably Chic,
coming to you with all things both fabulous and thrifty in the world of sustainable living. Today we're going to talk to you about bulk buying your herbs and spices, and it will save you both time and money.
When you buy things in bulk, you get they come in a plastic bag, and they usually have a higher quantity when they're in bulk versus when you buy them at like a commercial grocery store. They come in glass or like a plastic container, and you get less for like a similar price that of what it would cost if you bought it in bulk.
Right. If you're looking to, like what you're saying is, if you buy it, you get more for less.
Yeah.
Right, when you buy it in bulk. Another thing is when you're purchasing your items in bulk, there are so many places to do it. You can go and order your items online. You can go to your local grocery stores, and they may have some items in bulk depending on the store that you go to. You can also purchase your items from local ethnic markets, and you can also find spice people who specialize in spices in your area or online as well. We particularly purchase our items, our spices from local ethnic markets because it saves time and it's both cheaper. And their spices have they have a higher turnover on their spices, so their spices aren't sitting on the shelf very long at all.
Try to use your spices and your herbs within a 6-month period so that your herbs stay fresh and your spices don't go stale.
Yes. So today we have 15 of our 15 of our favorite spices and herbs that we use most often, and we think that if you're starting off a spice pantry, these 15 spices would probably be some of the best ones to get started with. So this is our favorite part, showing you the stuff.
Okay.
So our first one would be cinnamon. Oh, and we're also going to tell you the prices that we paid for each bag in comparison to, not all of them, but we'll give you a comparison, a cost comparison as to how much we paid for it in bulk
and commercially,
and then what we paid at a local grocery store.
Okay. This is cinnamon.
So this is cinnamon. We purchased it. This one is 200 grams. Please do not ask me how much this is in ounces. Yeah, so this is 200 grams.
Google it. Yeah, Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
We'll write it in the comments.
For this, I paid $2.99 for this bag. Now, as you can see, this is cinnamon. This amount of cinnamon is not going to fit in here, and I paid almost $3 for this with the cinnamon in it. And so this one was $2.99 yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had to go get bulk items anyway because we're out of, it's fall, so we're out of cinnamon and those sorts of things.
This bulk package could probably fit in that container
and another container
about 6 times.
Yeah,
maybe 5, maybe 6.
I would say probably about
7.
3 times. It's going to take us probably about 2 to 3 months to go through the bag of this. Whereas this, you shake a little bit, it's probably going to be gone. And this was $2.99 at Whole Foods, and this was $2.99 at our spice merchant. Well, it's an ethnic store that we go to all the time, and this was $2.99 for 200 grams. Our next one is chili powder, right there.
Dang, this is big.
And this chili powder, this one is 400 grams, and we paid $2.99.
I thought you just said
$200, right?
Like, no one's ever gonna watch this video.
We paid $2.99 for this, and I know for certain that this is gonna last us the next 6 months. It's a lot. And it smells so good.
This is something we use more often, so we bought a bigger of that. But you don't use cinnamon like in your normal everyday cooking, so it makes sense for that to be bigger than
this time of the year. People use cinnamon a lot because you're using it. We just use cinnamon a lot. Our next one is cumin powder. Underneath that one. This one was also this was $2.99, and we have a jar here. This one is from Trader Joe's. This is $1.99. You know, and this was $2.99, but we can fill this up as well as fill up all one of our glass jars in the back.
Yeah, that's how we store it.
This is how we generally store it, and this mason jar holds 3 cups. So it can hold 3 cups, so it'll fill up both of them. The next one is nutmeg. I have nutmeg over here. So
we got that in bulk at
a Persian store, yeah. And this one we paid $1.99 for it, and this is 3.5 ounces for this one. So pretty big in comparison to the small jar there.
Oh, sorry.
And then red pepper flakes. Yes.
We use this every day. I'm kidding.
Right. And this one we got at our Target.
Target.
Yeah, I got this at Target.
No, you didn't.
Oh no.
That comes from the Asian market.
Yeah, it came from an Asian market store, and this is 12 ounces.
Yeah.
And we probably paid like $3 for it. Literally.
If we use that over.
I don't think we're gonna. I mean, even 6 months we won't be using all of this. We like spicy food, but yeah.
These are the real deal. It comes straight from the Asian global market, so they pack a big
punch. Yeah, pack a huge punch. Ginger. So this was also $2.99, and it's also 200 grams. And she put a jar here. This was $1.99. We're going to be able to fill this up and one of my mason jars in the back with this.
I recommend that while you're like pouring them into jars to label them, because we did it once where we didn't label them and she just knew what they were. So each time we wanted to cook something, we would go to her, have her smell it. Smelling spices, it smells delicious, but after a while your head just hurts.
Well,
so
I know what they are.
Just write names on the bottle.
Okay.
But
you can label it.
Jar,
it makes it more
bottle.
convenient if you're, have your sous chefs in the kitchen. But she's not a sous chef anymore. I think the only sous chef that we have is your dad.
No, but some of them are the same color. That's why I said label them.
We have curry powder.
My job. It's my job.
You want to go up a little bit. And when you go to a spice merchant or like we go to,
200.
make sure you're reading, because like this one says curry powder, but it has, can you go up a little bit? It says hot.
Yeah.
But that was $2.99.
You could get something and it's like, I don't like spice, and it'll be like sweet. Like you can get paprika and you can get regular, or you can get spicy, and there's such thing as sweet paprika. And so reading is like important.
Turmeric.
This we do use very often.
And this I paid $5.99 for, and it is
400. No.
It's 400 grams. Yeah. 400 grams of turmeric. And then our last spice, but not least, is paprika. And this was $2.99, and it was 200 grams.
We're not doing
Okay, and then the herbs that we have are basil.
Oh, great, Mom. Okay. This is Thai basil.
Right. And
We've probably seen this over our other videos.
For the herbs, we tend to go to the farmer's market because there's a particular vendor there who sells all herbs year round. We forgot bay leaves.
Oh.
You always need bay leaves in your pantry.
This is bay leaf.
Then we have thyme.
That is what thyme looks like. The one herb you will know by sight is thyme. It doesn't look like any other.
Dill.
This is dried dill.
Dried dill. Sage. And this dill came from our garden.
Yeah.
This summer.
We learned that dill is a very, very...
It takes over everything. Sage.
That's sage.
And oregano. And we also did peppermint. It's a good one to have around as well.
Yeah, label oregano and peppermint.
And make sure you label your bags and try to use your spices within the 6 months, at least 6 months, because they're still fresh and they tastes good and whatnot. And so there you have it. So if you're looking to start your pantry as well, we think like these first 15 are really great, especially during this time of the year. It's fall, people are cooking, you're using a lot of nutmeg, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of ginger, and so you're making a lot of chilies, roast, yeah. And if you're like us, yeah, I don't like casserole, but if you're like us, you're going to use a lot of sage and during Thanksgiving time in your meals. So we always use a bay leaf in our soups and our chilies or
and
anything.
It makes a really good tea.
And yeah, well, okay, that's a whole other story.
She
Anyway,
always knocks my leg off.
no. Anyway, guys, we thank you for watching, and we hope you found this informative, and we'll see you next time.
Subscribe.
Yeah,
I was
subscribe,
not supposed to say
check the bell notification, and make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like. Talk to you guys later. Bye.